Yes.
3,
Now.
action!
Now.
I think we got that one. It was perfect. All right, here we are. Season 2, episode 28. I don't know. You know what we're creeping up on? We were just talking about this. I have to do the math, but I think we're like at 90 now. I mean, total episodes, we're going to be hitting 100 soon. That's nuts. That's a lot of alcohol. My liver knows how many drinks I've had. But we're not telling that secret. We are here tonight because it is Wednesday, it's hump day, and we're going south of the border tonight. I know, Paul, it's Whiskey Wednesday. We don't do that anymore. We drink whatever we want, whenever we want, wherever we want. Well, actually, we can only drink before 10 o'clock, and we're only allowed to drink here. So forget all that whenever and wherever. It's here, it's before 10. You know what we're doing. South of the border, it's tequila. We're going with a Cantarito cocktail tonight. Quarantine style. You're going to love this one. Yeah, this is all the Spanish I know. But we're going to have fun tonight. Quarantina. Jesus, Blue Monkey Quarantina. We're no business. Just monkey business. Come on. It's been a long day. That's not true. It's been the exact same time every day. All day. But here we are. All right. The Cantarito cocktail. This is a good one. Now, we're going to Mexico, Jalisco, Mexico, and just so you know, this isn't fancy. You know, this is like going to the fair. This is going to the market. Literally, this is roadside cocktail night, because that's how you get them in Mexico. You go down the road, and there are literally stands set up. And you stop off, and they're going to make you a Cantarito cocktail. They're delicious. Now, when we start to talk about it, you're going to realize it's a lot like the Paloma. Now, what's funny about that, the Paloma ended up being one of our favorite cocktails we've done on the show. By the way, people ask us, Paul, what's your favorite cocktail? All of them. But that was on the top 10. And the Paloma was great. If you remember, that was tequila, a little bit of lime, and some grapefruit. Soda. Anyway, delicious. So this is a relative of the Paloma, but I don't want you to misunderstand when I say relative. This isn't like a fancy uncle relative that you have to explain. This is like a dirty meth head cousin cocktail relative, right? You know who you are. I don't mean that to my own family, because I think I might have some meth head cousins out there, but that's okay. I love everybody. But anyway, that's what we're going with. I'm telling you, this is a south of the border, just a street side dirty drink, but it's delicious. Now, first of all, where does it come from? I already told you where does the name come from, Paul? So, the Cantarito comes from the word cantaro, which means pitcher. Not like a baseball pitcher. It means like a pitcher, like a pitcher. So here's what's great about this drink. The cocktail is named after the glass it comes in. No glasses. Cantaritos. There they are. So these are clay vessels that are used, and they're named. The cocktail is named from the Cantarito, and which I just love. You know what? You got to give a lot of respect to a cocktail that has its own cup, aka Moscow Mule. We know where you came from. Painkiller, you have your own cup. I mean, it's wonderful. Martini, you got your own. You know, your little fluting, high fluting that is. But anyway, so here we are. Now, just so you know what I've done with these, these are just a clay vessel, so you know what you do, you soak these in like a nice ice cold water for about an hour before you want to drink from them, so that the tequila doesn't get all soaked up in the clay. So anyway, they're ready to go. They're cold, if you can feel this. They're cold and wet. Who's laughing? What's going on?
Larry thinks they look like urns.
They do. They kind of look. Well, by the way, so shout out to Larry. I'll give you proper. They also make these grande. And I should have got one. If I would have, there'd be one in the middle for Big Lair. But anyway, so that's our vessel for the night. Now, you don't have to just serve the Cantarito in one of these. You go south. They'll serve a michelada in one of these. You sometimes will get a sangria. If you go way south, down in Ecuador, you will actually end up with a chicha. Chicha de Hoira. Chicha de Hoira, which is basically a corn wine, and that's what it's served. You don't care. The other name these goes by, though, to get the name, is Jarrito de Barro, which means mug of clay. Now, Jarrito, we talked about before, Jarrito's soda. So, again, bringing you full circle, Jarrito soda, as you may remember, and I never told you the history. So, 1950, Mexico, Tom Frisco Hill. He decides he's going to make the best soda ever, and he makes the first soda that he has ever made. Interesting story, fact, whatever you want to call it. Do you know what the first flavor was he decided he was going to conquer as a soda? I have got free, I don't know, nobody will know the answer to this, so I'll give you free whatever you want. Time, I know there's a delay. Anyway, nobody will get this. Do you know what the first soda was? Shelby, do you know?
Grapefruit.
Coffee flavored.
Ew.
Yeah, exactly. So he makes it, he designs it, it's beautiful. And you know, they have crazy flavors. They've got all these, when you look at their flavors, it's like lime and mandarin and papaya and pineapple. Second flavor that he basically conquered was tamarind. Yeah, so tamarind, by the way, that's that. It looks like a giant, like crazy peanut, and very sour, lemony, sweet flavor. Anyway, if you ever want to try tamarind soda, Jarrito is your maker. So 1950, he makes it. By 1960, he is across like 80% of Mexico, everywhere in 80% of the 31 states. There are 31 states in Mexico, in case you didn't know that. Plus Mexico City, which is their capital, which is a separate, so 32 if you count that. Kind of like 50 states, and we have D.C., so who cares? Anyway, 1988, they come to North America, they succeed, it's wonderful. Now they have all these great flavors, including what we will be using tonight, Jarrito's grapefruit. And by the way, how did Jarritos get their name? I don't know if Shelby got close enough, but if you look at the picture, see the little clay vessel pictures? Yeah, so Jarrito is a name similar to Cantarito for vessel, jar, and the original packaging of Jarrito's soda was in a glass jar that looked similar to a Jarrito, and that's how they got the name. Paul, for God's sakes, are you gonna make a drink? I'm gonna make a drink. So here we go. It's actually a fun little drink. So what we're gonna do, ice. Now I will tell you, if you go and have this in Mexico, you're never gonna see one of these. They're not gonna shake it. They're gonna mix it up in the glass. I'm not going to do it because I want to give the fruit juice a little shake, and then I'll show you the rest of the reason. But here's what I can tell you what we're going to do. 2 ounces of tequila. You want a Blanco, just a plain, nice, clear, good tequila, and you're going to go 2 ounces per. So there's one, and then there's Shelby's. And then, I'm telling you, it's just a lot of fruit juice. Start with lime, 1/2 ounce per. So that's going to be 1 whole lime to get both drinks. There you go. You're going to do the same thing with a lemon, 1/2 ounce. Need 1 total, and that'll be for Shelby and I. So we'll do 1 whole lemon. You want 1 ounce total per drink, not half, so of orange. So we're going to do, again, 1 whole orange will give us the 2 ounces that we need total. you get about 1 ounce per, especially out of this thing. I could probably get a gallon out of this if I really tried. Just unreal, you know. So there's our orange. Last thing we need, grapefruit juice. Oh, Paul, tell me you went and got a real grapefruit in your, oh, hells to the yeah. We went with a real grapefruit tonight, folks. Nothing but the best for you. And when I say nothing but the best for you, I really mean for me. Because you don't get to drink it. It's just going to be Shelby and I. There's nobody here. Larry, you're tagged, but we'll see you soon. We'll do it again, special for you. So anyway, you only need about a ½ ounce total, which I don't know. These are huge. I don't even know if I can fit in here. But let's. Oh, good Lord! Just shot at me. So we're going to do, basically out of this behemoth of a grapefruit, we're going to just do, what is this, quarter of it. And then that's going to be our grapefruit. There it is. Nothing but fruit juice. This is the healthiest drink I think I've ever made in my life. Anyway, not yet. Then you're going to come in. Don't add the soda yet. You see it. We're getting there, folks. Just give me a second. We're shaking it. Again, you're not going to see them shake this. They're going to mix it in there. But I'm a shaker. I like to shake it. You don't break it. That's what I do. So there it is. Nice, quick, easy. So fresh. Now, put some ice in your Cantaritos. You don't have to go all the way up. For God's sake. Leave room for that tequila. Now you're coming in, and you're going to fill these up. Not quite. Give it a little over half. And then you're coming in with Jarritos. You know, deliciousness. You know. And you're going to top those off with grapefruit soda. Now, they do say, who are they? I don't know. People have told me in my 8 minutes of research that they're actually pulling away from the Jarritos. Why would you do that? They're going with the Mexican squirt. I don't like the sounds of that, so I'm going with Jarritos. I went to the store and I said, I'm looking for a little Mexican squirt, and anyway, it wasn't good. I'm just going to stick with my Jarritos. Top it off with some grapefruit Jarritos. It's the original. There you go. Now, a couple last things. What you want to do, I've got a little bit of salt. Now, some people will rim the glass. You're not going to get it that way if you go into Mexico. They're just going to give it a little bit of a sprinkle of salt, which is what we're going to do. And then, it's good luck. And then I'm going to also follow it up with a little bit of emergency. A little sprinkle of that. I don't know about it. Boy, that's good stuff. Emergency. Filling Cantaritos since 1842. I don't know. I just made up a date. But it's delicious. It's been around forever. I believe that if you go and look up on Jarrito's site, they actually have an emergency flavored soda, which is delicious. And anyway, they sponsor Jarritos. They don't sponsor us. Emergency. We love you. Now we got to go back and garnish. All right. So last thing, the garnish. You're coming in. You want some good fruit wedges in here, and I'm going to explain this. I promise you, it's all coming together. I suggest you go with a nice chunk of grapefruit, and then just because I like limes. We're going to put a little lime in there. He disappeared. All right, we're going to do that. There it is. So, oh, where'd he go? Hold on. There he is. Okay. All right. Anyway, folks, there it is. There is your Quarantina oh my gosh, this is a lot of little words here. This is your Quarantina Cantarito Cocktail. That's it. Now, how does it taste? Let's find out. It smells delicious.
Yes, it does.
The mug is just ice cold. It's been soaked. It's oh my God. That hold on. A little bit of salt, citrus right in front of your face, the grapefruit, all of it. So easy to drink. Folks in Mexico will tell you this is the only way you should ever drink a tequila drink is out of one of these clay mugs, the Cantarito. Now, let me tell you a couple last little things here. First of all, there's another little side story. When you serve these, the story is you should have a bowl. Why do you have a bowl? You should put chunks of fruit in your drink to garnish it. And then what your people are supposed to do is give that a squeeze and then discard the fruit into the bowl. Why? That is supposed to represent all of the bad energy and juju you have, and discarding that fruit into the bowl, then when it's discarded by the host, all of those bad things are discarded as well.
I love that.
So it's not a great thing. So that's what you want to do. Put a bowl in the table, let people squeeze, tell them to discard those rinds, and then you're going to discard all the bad spirits. That's a great theory. I love it. And it's a great thing, and that's what I want to leave tonight with, because we've got a big friend out there in many ways. Big Lair, to you, it's your birthday. Wishing you a happy, it's got to be what, 45th, 46th? I don't know. 47 years old? I know, you're just a pup. Anyway, love you, and here's what I hope for you. I hope that you are able to discard any and all of your little bad vibes, juju, whatever, for the day, for the week, the month, the year, however you want to get rid of it. But here's what I don't want you to get rid of. I don't want you to get rid of some of those old memories. Because when I was thinking of a drink to do, and it was your birthday, I knew I had to go tequila. And I'm not going to get deep into this story, but Larry, you know it. I believe it was Wisconsin. And I believe there were bottles of tequila involved. There is nothing wrong with a good tequila night. And I believe, I don't know if we both missed a flight or something, but I know an ironing board was crushed in the evening.
Pair of glasses.
It was a great night. And those are the things I like to remember. So discard the bad stuff. Remember the good stuff. And to everybody out there, cheers. Enjoy it. Cheers.
Cheek.
Love you all. God bless, that's a good drink. Oh, side note, yeah, people have made me go on YouTube. There's a YouTube channel, Paula Masters YouTube, P-O-U-L. You hopefully know how to spell my name. We've got cocktail drinks, episodes up, running, under the blue monkey Quarantina. I gotta tell you, Disrupt, you guys rock. These things are amazing. I'm looking to break my kids' records combined on YouTube subscribers. So please subscribe. Yeah, I'm that guy now. I'm looking for subscribers. It's sad. I know. Who would have thought at 49 I'd be trying to get YouTube subscribers? But yet, here we are. But you know what? If you drink enough tequila, you'll do anything. So, it's Wednesday, south of the border. You've had a dirty south of the border hump on Wednesday. Boom. There you go. You're welcome. There's no better hump than south of the border hump. So I've been told. Anyway, that's enough. Good night.
Love
ya.
you, Larry.
See you, Larry. Happy birthday.